We've been working in and out of our garden over the last year and a half or so, but today we are finally going to get to putting on our gate and our entrance, and if time allows and this weather stays beautiful, we're going to stain our poles and all of the other wood in our garden.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. Off the ground, left me on the floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before. 'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. 'Cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you.
Good morning, and today is finally the day that we are going to finish our garden. Hopefully. I had to put a couple more pieces of wood on. I had to stain the top trim, and then I'm gonna throw some solar lights on, just some Edison bulb lights to kind of give it that vibe. And we're gonna have a garden finally completed after like a year, over a year this has been, but we did it in chunks, and I'm excited to show you what it looks like, hopefully, at the end of this video. So we're gonna go outside, we're gonna finish those last few things, and then we're gonna take a look at the garden. Alright, we got all of the stain done pretty much. There's a couple little things that I'll go back and touch up with the brush, but the last step to this piece is these guys. We have a couple boxes here, and you might be wondering what's in the box. I have a 48-foot solar-driven, solar-derived Edison bulbs in here that we are going to line the outsides with. That was kind of the main reason why we put this trim piece up top here, was to create a space that we can go to in the evening when it's getting dark, and we can have Sarah and I like to have our dinner dates in the garden. It's peaceful, it's beautiful. And so we're gonna get these charged up, and I'll let them sit today. Well, first I'm gonna read the directions, and I'll let them sit today, get charged, and then we will mount them on the beams here, on the poles. All right, so comes with this solar pad here, and it also comes with a mount that you can just screw in anywhere, and it'll just basically get the sun. And then we have our lights here, and these are 48 feet long. I'm guessing there's probably one bulb every 2 feet, maybe every 3 feet, something like that. I can count when I set them up. But yeah, it seems pretty standard, like any solar kit you might have. You just put this somewhere where the sun can get it, probably south facing if you're in the northern hemisphere, and you just plug this piece into the light strand. And this one has a nice automatic mode where when it gets dark it'll automatically turn on. It has a on-off button so you can manually turn them on and off, and it looks like here it's got a little plug-in, so potentially maybe you can charge the lights if it's not charged up, which that will be really cool. I'll have to read the directions on this. So I'm gonna let these sit in the sun for a little bit, and then I will set these up later today.
It's a lonely road to travel on. It's a heavy loss to be alone. Now I finally think I found someone to guide me through the storm.
So when we moved in here, a garden was probably our top priority, I would say.
Yeah, that was like the number one thing we wanted to get done our first year.
Yeah, to start growing our own food, to learn, because that was a huge thing that we had to overcome, was just the knowledge that it takes to grow your own food and to grow vegetables. And it's kind of funny this year, so this is the second year that we've been gardening. I feel like last year the garden was much more prolific, and the plants were doing a lot better than they are this year. But the garden wasn't as nice of an area, so I guess it's a trade-off.
It balances out, yeah.
But when we built the garden, the chickens love the garden. That's actually why we built it, to keep the chickens out. But when we built the garden, we leveled the area out as much as we could, and then we put up 4x4 beams to kind of use as the base to build the gate around. And then after that, we put up 4-foot high fencing, and then put a 2x4 and a 2x6 on the top and bottom. And we had that for a long time. We had that for like almost a year, 9 months, something like that. Yeah. And then we built our shed, and the shed was really sweet because we went to a discount lumber place near us, and we were able to get like the entire supplies that we used for around $200, I think, which was great because that shed is a 4x8 shed, which is not huge, but it could have easily been $500, $600, $700. We were able to do it cheap, which was nice. And then this year this year Sarah pretty much did all of the staining of the garden and made it this nice brown color.
Golden.
Yeah, definitely, I don't know, it definitely made it more warm, more inviting.
Yeah.
Made us want to spend more time in it, I would say.
Yeah.
And the last step then that we did, or the last 2 steps, was we put a upper trim pieces on the top, so just to kind of bring it together and kind of enclose it a little bit more, have it be its own separate space. And then we put the solar lights on, which were a nice little touch, so that we were able to have, just sit out here, have a glass of wine, have dinner, whatever it might be, and just enjoy this space that we work so hard to build.
Yeah.